Hey friends, get ready for a one-of-a-kind journey with Ladies First, a podcast that's not just a show, but a heart-to-heart conversation brought to you by the incredible Majority Leader, Leah Pope, and myself, the inspiring Councilwoman, Zeneta Everhart.
Join me and Zeneta twice a month as we sit down with amazing women who are paving the way, breaking barriers, and making waves in their communities. In a sea of podcasts, Ladies First stands out with its personal touch, providing a front row seat to authentic discussions and celebration of remarkable women.
So whether you're driving to work, taking a stroll, or just relaxing at home, let Ladies First be your companion. It's not just a podcast, it's a personal connection to the inspiring stories that shape our lives.
Welcome to the world of Ladies First, because here, every voice matters and every story deserves to be told.
Ladies First.
Ladies First.
Welcome to Ladies First, Kim.
Ladies
Hey, girl, hey.
Ladies First.
Thank you for joining us. Oh, my goodness. How are you today? Let's start with how are you today? Let's start with you.
I am blessed. I am
Are
blessed.
you?
I am blessed to be here with you. I feel your energy. I feel
look
your
blessed.
vibe.
You do look blessed. You glowing.
You glowing.
What you doing?
Because I was coming
Shining.
to hang out with y'all.
I mean, you got this little extra shoe on.
I mean, I got a little apparatus. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't holding me back. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know
I ain't
that's
bling her
right.
out yet. I just got her on.
You gotta put some
Wednesday.
studs on
Yeah, I
there.
can put something on there like a shine or
Just
something.
a
Right on
little,
your
little
little boot.
unfortunate shoe incident.
Unfortunate shoe, but you know, you have too many. You need to put them
There's no
up when
such
you
thing.
take them off.
That's blasphemy.
That's
we don't
right.
say those things
Right.
aloud.
You're
Got
right.
it?
You're right.
We don't say
And
those things aloud.
So
No, I don't agree with that.
this will not hold me down, but it will be there for a couple weeks and it's got to go in a couple weeks because I got some traveling I got to do.
I know that's right.
And
Where you going?
so I'll be going to the Buffalo DC party for
Okay.
Memorial Day. Y'all coming down there? It's good, you know. Getting together, seeing the people that left the town and making it successful. It's always good to see all of that spread.
I lived there for years, and I don't know anything about a Buffalo DC party.
Okay, so do you
It
know
just started.
do you know
okay.
Shane
Oh my
Johnson?
Yeah.
Crow? That's his thing. That's his thing.
Yeah, I know nothing about that.
Okay.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. Since we were kids, he would throw parties, and he was a king of the house party thing,
Yeah.
and we would shut down some streets.
Buffalo know we go into somebody else's
We
city
know
and
we
just
go
take over,
anywhere.
don't we?
Well, I
All you got to
figure
do is say
wherever
Buffalo
I
Bill
am
or
in the
something. You know what I'm
country,
saying? They
okay.
recognize you.
Listen.
I think people from Buffalo have a certain look, and it's when you see, and it's just boom.
It is.
You just-
A couple years ago, I traveled to Cabo. Okay.
Right.
Cabo, and there was a man there, and he saw my Buffalo Bills shirt, and he was like, "Go Bills!"
It's
and I
a
was like,
language.
"Hold on," and he was like, "I'm from Williamsville." I said, "Boy,
Boy.
hey Buffalo!" Like we are everywhere,
We are.
It is.
And we're proud of it.
and
right.
we are,
And we speak it. We rep our town.
we
We
do.
do.
All
We
right,
rep our
so
town.
Kim Johnson,
The incomparable.
who we always start with.
Who are you?
I am Kimberly Johnson.
Uh-huh.
I am a Buffalo born bred girl.
Okay.
Round the way girl.
Round the way.
Uh-oh.
I'm a 70s.
Big hoops.
Big hoops. 70s baby, you know what I'm saying? Kiss. Remember
70s?
you used to wear the lipstick when you really wasn't even supposed to be wearing lipstick?
No,
Kiss.
my daddy was a pastor.
Oh, yeah, you probably
I
didn't.
remember.
But
I
yeah.
wore it on a bus to school that one time. And it was bright red.
Mhm,
That one time.
Yeah, I'm that girl.
For the whole year.
I'm that girl.
I
I
love
went
that.
to Buffalo Public Schools.
Okay.
Graduated from Grover Cleveland High School.
Okay, Grover Cleveland.
And
She said go Presidents.
go Presidents. You know, because
Yes.
Grover was a lot. Grover was always
My
have
mom
a
went to
cup,
Grover.
and we got a lot of names we could go, but we won't.
Thank
and
God.
then,
we bless him.
Yes. Well, just Buffalo is me. I am home here in Buffalo. I have never gone abroad to school or, traveled for school or anything like that. I'm Madai, associates, bachelor's, master's, all Madai.
Okay.
And working for county,
Yeah.
Probation.
So tell us about that.
Tell us about the county.
the county.
Tell us what you do for
Tell
them.
us about the
I
state of
am
Erie
the
County.
senior billing account clerk for Erie County Probation Department.
My God.
So when you are on probation,
Not
when
us.
you are
Not me.
when people are on probation, or
Got
you
it.
are
When
how would they
those
say
who are re-entering into society.
right, the alternative to prison,
Yes.
okay, jail and things like that. The gift, I like to tell them the gift. It's the gift, because you didn't have to be separated from your family. You were given that chance to stay in the community, continue on,
Yeah.
and make,
And rebuild
pay your debt
life.
pay your debt to society,
Yeah.
and move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I handle the financial piece, and I'm in the financial department. So you may be having to pay fines, surcharges. We have a fee for being on probation. I handle that exit when you leave. I have an interview with them, and we tie up those loose ends with the money and stuff. But my question is always, so what do you do now? Where you going now? And I love to speak to the women, because a lot of times they say, I kind of messed up, or my life is over, I can't get a job, and what have you. And that's when I take off my hat from probation.
You know what?
And
I
I
was just about to say.
Yeah.
Send them right over to the library.
You send them right over to the library?
I want to know that what brings that out of you? So you are in billing, in probation, right?
How did you
how you
transition?
into counselor? Tell me about that.
You know what? You meet people where they at. And sometimes when people sit in front of you, so there's an expectation when you meet somebody from probation, you see the badge and blah, blah, blah. I'm not an officer. I play one on TV, basic type of situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an officer.
I love that.
But they, you know what I'm saying, you present a professional persona when you see people in the street. But, when you see people, you're like, sometimes when you meet people, you don't know what their story is. You don't know what that backstory is. You know what I'm saying? And what happened to just that morning when they woke up and knew that they had to come down to the office. You don't know what that transition. Did they have bus fare to get there? Did they have a ride? Did they have breakfast, coffee? I can't go without the coffee.
Okay, that's your addiction.
So,
Got it.
So
We got counseling.
when you get to talk, it's a group for it.
I
It's a
know.
group for it. You talk to these people, you see these people, the human piece is the connection for me. So you have to come to see a probation officer. You may not have had a great relationship with them. So I build that rapport with people that helps them build up. When you leave my office, you're happy about this.
Spending time with
Right,
you.
because it's your last. If you meeting with me, it's probably your last day, or you're going to be soon. Your officer's probably asking for early release for you. You've done some things that you need to, you were supposed to do, and now you're getting ready to go. So now I ask that question. What's next? What you going to do? And some people you do know, the ink ain't going to be dry, they be back. But for the most part, sometimes you are now pouring into that person that piece of encouragement, that energy that says, go out and be great.
Yeah.
Go forth and be great. You had this hiccup, you had this stumble, you got up. You got up.
Yeah.
Now keep going.
So what do you do with that person that's like, I don't know what I'm going to do yet?
I don't
So you
know
send
what
them
I'm
to the library
I
and
send
then
them over
what?
to the library.
tell us about
And I know
the
the
library.
library is probably
What happened
like,
Beautiful segue.
I know. How do you get them to the library? What
Chair.
happened?
so I will say to them, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And some people are saying, well, I got to get a resume. I got to, I'm looking to get back into school, or I'm trying to, just find my way.
Yeah.
There's programs within the library that will help you find your way. If you don't have a computer at home, it's free. You can go there and get on a computer. You can find connections. There's always somebody in the library tabling and offering information. We do several job fairs a year.
So
you know,
I'm gonna stop you real quick.
How do you get to
So
the library?
let's talk
Talk
about
what do you do with the library?
how you get how you know
How
all
we
this
get
about
to the
library.
So I
Or
am
as some people say, the library.
the library.
library.
That's the library.
What's the library?
The library. I am the board chair of the Buffalo and
Snaps.
Erie County
Okay.
Library.
Look at the board chair.
Board
right there. Ladies
chair,
Lady
ladies
chair.
first. And I will say, I am not the first African American
And
woman.
who was the first? Tell us.
The first was my mother,
Come on
Miss
now.
Sharon Ann
Legacy.
Thomas.
Look at
Yes.
Come on, Legacy.
God
Come
bless
on,
her and rest
Mama.
her soul. But she showed me the way, and that's how I got connected with the library.
That's
My mom was
beautiful.
on the board for years, and she passed away in 2015. And they honored her and made her a posthumous, how you say it?
Posthumous.
Posthumous member of the board. And I was just so honored by that. And Mary Jean Jakubowski asked me, did I want to, would I be interested in serving?
That's beautiful.
And I thought, you know what? Yes, because it's a connection to follow in her footsteps. They weren't going to make me chief clerk of Buffalo City Court.
Right.
So, and that's what she had been doing, but I would take it if they was going to give it to me, But this was my way to connect to her because she meant whatever was out there for the library, she meant for the library to have. And if you needed something, she was always saying, let me check and see if the library do that. Let me check and see if the library do that. So I knew that I would be able to find some comfort there, and I did. And for the longest, I started on the board in 2017, and just watching and looking at how things went with the library. I didn't even know everything that was at the library. It ain't just books.
No,
You know what I'm saying? It ain't just the card catalog.
No,
is
they have telehealth there. They got everything.
They got
you
everything.
think of.
The list goes on and
Computer
on.
classes.
Services.
Yep.
They have
You
everything
can rent
think of.
you can reserve one-on-one with a librarian
Yes.
who can help you go further, and that's what I send people
Education,
over to the
yes.
library. Go ask to make an appointment with one of the librarians so that they can help you utilize those systems, the computers, the networks, the databases that we have over there that can get you to. Maybe you thought you wanted to do nursing, but that ain't
not
your
your
jam
thing.
no more.
Right.
You know what I'm
Not your
saying?
ministry no
It
more.
opens up a door and you can lose yourself in the library. And that's what I've done. I've lost myself
I lose
in
myself.
the
I still
library.
go
lose
to the
myself
library.
in libraries
it.
and books and
Yeah.
all things Erie County, but also I just
Yeah.
told you about New York State, the New
Yeah.
York Central Library too.
I love that library too.
And the thing of it is that because of the pandemic, because of the day and age, with technology constantly changing, the library has managed to make themselves continuously relevant.
Yes.
Yes.
Constantly affording people the opportunity
Yeah.
to get to connecting people to where they need to be.
But as the chair of the board, I know, obviously, for years and through our relationship, you have been at the center of that change
Yes.
and what the library means to the community. Because you're not just the board chair and you're not out there just telling people come here and take a computer class. Right. You're creating different spaces for the library to show up in. So tell us a little bit about that. We
Yes,
done been
absolutely.
to events at the Meriwether. You are out here.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
tell us a little bit
yeah.
about some of those
Yes,
initiatives.
please.
So,
And the authors that you work with.
so that's it.
Yeah.
So the library, as the chair, you have the opportunity to do some programming yourself. And my thought process was women. My thought process was children. My thought process was uncomfortable conversations, meeting people. I know that although I'm bubbly and I'm out there, I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
And when I have conversations, I'm having conversations. When I'm talking to you, I'm invested in that conversation with you. And I always learn something new from you.
Yeah.
And I take that information and I'm tucking that away in my mental Rolodex. And how can we bring that forward and out to get it to somebody that needs that information? So my thought process was having these panel conversations. But it started from my sister. My sister, Rona Peeler, Drinkard, wrote a book. Rona D wrote a book, and it's called Friendship Matters. And the book was just a twofer. It was matters of friendship, but
Yeah.
how friendship matters. And it gets you to thinking about your friendships, your girlfriend, your good girlfriends.
Good
You know what I'm saying?
Good
The ones that you know what, when something happened, you just got to get to them and give them that piece of information. Those ones that, you know, no matter what's going on in their life, if you call, they dropping that and coming. Okay, and so she wrote a book. She had wrote the book a while ago, but the pandemic helped her pick it back up and actually self-publish it. So now, you know, well, let's get a little change for this. You know, you got to sell the book. So,
Sell it. Get it
so
out there.
bring it home, because it's based in Buffalo. It's about, you know, all of her experiences here. You know, she's got 3 people you can find, but you can find yourself. I swear I'm in it, but I ain't, she claimed. And her girlfriend, Des, I know she in there, but I know she is.
I read that book and I saw myself throughout the
whole
whole
That's how you
thing.
know it's a great
It's
author.
good.
You can see yourself in the book.
Yes.
That
So
means
I
she's
thought,
done a good
okay,
job.
I say
You're in
to
the
the
book,
library, can we have a book signing? Yes. And then me and my sister is team too much.
Is there such thing?
So it's never going to just, I tried to just do a
Be
table.
too much.
I was just going to do a table and let her sign, have people come in, bring their book and sign, or buy the book and sign.
Nah.
No.
That's too much.
There was balloons,
enough.
backdrops,
It was
you know, the
beautiful.
cameras, and it was everything.
It
and,
was.
you know, everyone came out. You came and gave Senator Kennedy, gave her
love it.
accommodation. And, you know, the mayor, she makes sure that she recognizes that April 30th is Rona Drinker Day in
Yes.
Buffalo.
Oh,
You know,
I love it.
and that's how that got started.
Yeah.
So as that happened, that was April of the 22. And then Juneteenth Story was my next one. Now,
Leah
Aaliyah Augustini, she is a local baby that is now out in the world doing beautiful things.
Right,
and
in
this
several books.
several books, okay?
Yeah.
And it was the Juneteenth Story for me. And I thought, you know, I almost didn't do it because 514.
Yep.
I almost didn't do it, but that
so glad you
particular
did,
point,
though.
it was necessary.
It was.
Her grandfather is like our founder of the Juneteenth
Yes.
year, you know, and I grew up living the dream
Yeah.
of the Juneteenth story up and down Jefferson. I want it back on Jefferson. Let's make that happen. Let's try to make that
I'm
happen.
gonna just tell you, there's some people that want it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's
But no.
definitely a thing.
But you did an amazing event for her.
Yes,
at
and
the
she's
library.
people came out for it.
It was so many people there. Oh
and
my goodness.
It just grew and so from that point, people start calling me and saying, "Can I do my book?" And
Yeah.
you know, I can't do every book, but it got noticed,
That's beautiful.
and people were ready to come together with that. Then we had the opportunity with the Color Purple,
Yep.
the
Yeah.
play, and that was just the library helped my mind start wandering and saying all these things. When I saw The Color Purple, the movie, back when it first came out, back when, I never wanted to see it again. I was just like, no.
No, it was trauma.
But then it was coming, and somebody kept saying, if you didn't read the book, you don't know. So, of course, I want to be, if I'm representing the library,
You have
I
to read
have
the
to
book.
say, I read the book.
read the book.
You have to
So
read
I
the book.
go, and Alice Walker is the audible of the
Yeah.
book. If you have not, you need to do that.
Yes.
Okay?
That book is amazing.
It is.
And so we had the opportunity to do The Color Purple, and that conversation was
Color Purple conversation.
the Color Purple conversation was awesome. And so that made me assured that we were going to continue to have these conversations and bringing people closer together. The library offers free space for people to come together, have these conversations, as well as take advantage of the materials, the rare materials that are there. Buffalo and Erie County Public Library is one of the best in the country. As for our collections that we have,
That is
we
so true.
move just under 7 million pieces of material
Yeah.
through this place.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 37 libraries, 9 in the city. Okay, and I was not aware that so many people use the library, but as soon as I say I'm board chair, oh, I love the library, and they want you to hear their stories
about the library.
They want you to hear their
some
stories.
of the most used libraries in the city of Buffalo, one of them is right on Jefferson.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And
Not
East
only is it
Delavan,
at
too.
East Delavan, the
Coles
Coles branch.
That
the
was-
Coles
see,
branch is very.
So
like,
I have a story
I
about
have a
that
story
one.
about Coles too.
Oh,
I
come on.
lived on Bailey and Delavan.
Okay.
That's where I grew
I
up.
lived on Weston.
And
Okay,
so
okay, not
that
far.
was, growing up, I tell my story a lot, and I didn't have the best of upbringings, right? And so for me, it was like, I want out of this house, but where am I gonna go?
I went
Right.
to the library.
I went to the library.
had a good
That's how
life.
I started reading. I was like 9 years old, and I would go to that library. I would check out books, or I would just sit there for hours.
Yeah.
It
You
was
can-
my
you can get lost for
favorite
I love
place
that.
I
That
love
was
that
my favorite
library
place,
is
too.
oh my God.
I had a great childhood, but that was also my safe space, except I'll
Such a
never
safe
forget
space.
it closed one day.
Mm-hmm.
It was closed and I didn't know. And my parents dropped me off. And they were like at the church. I was like by myself, just on Delavan.
Oh, wow. That's an experience.
Yeah. Like an hour and some change.
Yeah.
Okay,
I love
okay.
that library. That library holds a very special place
I
in my
love
heart.
that library.
Oh my goodness.
But to know that, like, especially during the pandemic when they opened up for telehealth and for people to be able to talk to their doctors and get medical help because the
Yes.
library system was open. I think a
everything
lot-
was happening in
or
that
the
library.
translation services that they provided for, like, we have a growing immigrant population.
Right.
Libraries save lives. They provide
save
a
lives.
safe spaces for people.
We
I
do.
love that you going from Erie County, working in a probation area,
Right.
taking your gift of discernment, knowing, just being able to read people where they are and then
Yeah.
sending them to your other safe space
Safe
to get
space.
what you need to become whole,
In
to
a
become a
library.
productive citizen, to be able to reinvent yourself by going to a place that is so near and dear to you and your
Yes.
mom that
Yes.
speaks to you.
It speaks.
I think that
It's
says a
valuable.
lot.
Beautiful.
It's so humbling when people recognize you as being part of the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's humbling when people say, I went to a program there and I now do X.
Yes.
Or I now, it was the connection. It's a perfect storm of events. You bump into people and they tell you something and I say, oh, you can meet this person, or this person can do this, or that person can do that. I like that.
Me
I
too.
like bringing people together. I like that.
too.
My next goal, and I probably shouldn't say it, but y'all gonna help me do it anyway, is a living library,
Oh, I love it.
human library. You check out people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that they're having these conversations.
So how do we check out people? Like, do I get
So we
do I get a card?
We're gonna have to.
Catalog,
We have to
and you
put it
just
all
like-
together.
Just
So
pick
card.
'em up.
here's the thing.
I'm
There
gonna
you
check
go.
Zeneta out
There you
for
go.
7 days.
We gonna check her out.
1 hour
She ain't
a
gonna
day.
let you have her for 7 days.
She ain't
She ain't gonna be available for no 7
I'm not
days.
available for 7 days.
But
Well,
you
maybe
will
hours.
have a schedule where you would schedule a time to maybe just a one-on-one.
I love it.
To have that.
That's
Maybe you
beautiful,
meet for coffee.
That's perfect.
Maybe you.
It's like Big Brothers, Big Sisters, but with humans.
With humans.
With,
Yeah,
with
but this-
adults for adult
But
interaction.
it's so important, the storytelling.
The
right?
storytelling.
The storytelling is so important. And, I know we have to wrap up in a minute, but I really want to talk about that storytelling just
Yes.
a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Because I first met Kim in 2019. And we started taking a boxing class together, right?
I get to spend time
Which
with her in
is
my current
my favorite, one of my favorite humans, Regina Williams.
Regina Williams.
I love this woman so much, but I started that class at a crazy time in my own personal life, right? And I just remember you were one of my first, we just like grabbed each other,
know,
right? At this
right.
class. But that boxing class is about storytelling,
It's
right?
about
You
it's
remember
about
when it first
sister-
started? Like
yes.
it was like,
Yes.
it wasn't just the boxing.
It wasn't. It's never been the boxing.
It
for
isn't
me.
just boxing,
wasn't.
but I'm not gonna lie to you, because I'm in a boxing class. That boxing class intimidates me.
It is.
It shouldn't be an intimidation factor.
It is the best thing
I
I ever
found
did with my life.
myself
I like to
in
feel
there too.
That
I don't like to
find
fail.
myself in there. And I didn't know what you did for a living for
We
the
didn't really
longest
know.
until the book.
Right.
So 22 is when I found
Yeah.
out that you worked for Kennedy
Yeah.
and all of that. I was just thoroughly, are you serious? Could you possibly? And it was just like, yeah, just let me know.
Yeah. And then from
it's
there
the
it was like, we
sisterhood.
doing event.
And that's what I
It is a
like. It's a
sisterhood.
sisterhood.
It is a
But
sisterhood.
I just want to sit in the back of the room, but it's not always
She
possible.
won't let you. She
won't
won't
let
let
me.
you.
She'll be like, Leah, and I'm like, oh.
Put your head down. Put your head down. Get back in your stance. Back to base. Put your back in your stance.
She
Yes.
is absolutely a gem.
She
And
is a
talking about and going back to
Storytelling.
storytelling,
Her
she
story
just
is
tells her
amazing.
story, and she's so real,
Unapologetically.
and loving, and authentic, and that is what made me continue to come back because
Yeah.
I felt like I could trust her.
Yes,
You know,
I feel
That's true.
safe
and I
there.
wanted to be. I was.
She
safe
had my
there.
best interest at heart.
Always.
But I feel like
and it was
that
gonna
about
get me
you.
healthy. Oh,
Yes.
No, really. I feel
Yes.
like in just meeting you or anybody who interacts with you knows that you're authentic,
Yeah.
knows that you're going to be real. Yes, you're a big, bright light in a very dark space. How do you get people to open up? How do you connect with people so genuinely? What is it about you that makes people feel so comfortable? And how do you, I guess in these last couple of minutes, what do you want to leave people with?
Give
us a gem.
Give us some gems.
everybody got a story.
Give us some
And
Kims.
every story
Some
ain't pretty.
gems.
Some Kim gems.
Everybody got a story, and every story ain't pretty.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you see people and they don't necessarily want to be seen,
Right.
or they don't feel welcome in the space with you. I recognize now, having been doing this for a while, that we as women with titles show up differently for those that don't have those titles, and they think that we're untouchable. They think that we are unapproachable. And when you say to somebody, I like that shirt, or you look good today, I think that we should share niceties much more often
It
than
just
we.
breaks it all down.
It just
I
crumbles
agree.
that attitude, or that I'm not good enough, or I'm not seen type of. I want you to know I see you, and if I don't see you, tap me on the shoulder, make me know I see you.
Yeah.
Because there's so much bad and hate and haters in the world, but I love to cheer you on.
Yes.
I want to cheer you, and you pray for me. I pray for you.
Your success
You
is
know,
my success.
your success is
Yes.
my success.
Yes.
I know where I can go, and I know who I can send there. And you know what? Everybody not necessarily genuine. Everybody is not necessarily genuine, but I see you see me. I see you looking at me, looking
Yeah.
at you.
Yeah.
I know you know that I know that you know.
That
Let's
I know.
do this
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Good or bad, I ain't here to tell your story. You know,
Right.
you share what you want to share,
Yeah.
but it's okay when it's with me.
Yeah.
It don't go no further.
And
And
that
it
is
doesn't take anything
It
away
don't
from
take
me to
nothing
love
from
on
you.
you.
Exactly.
It doesn't take anything away from me
And that's what
to
it's about.
acknowledge
Pass
your
it on.
success.
Yes.
And all you have to do, I can pour into you and keep it moving.
That's
and
it.
a title
Yeah.
means absolutely
It's
nothing.
It's
No.
nothing.
It's all about the
When-
human.
It's all about the human.
That's it.
Thank you so
And
much
with
for
that,
joining
thank
us
you.
on Ladies First.
Thank you for
the
having
first
me.
Miss
lady
Kim
of the
Johnson,
library
chair.
system, the chair
Of the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library. Shout out to the
Get to your
library.
library. Get
Go
to
to
your
your library.
library.
Go to the library. Thank you,
Thank
Kim.
you. Ladies First.
Ladies first.
First.
Kimberly.